stuff I was in America. Okay. Cool.
Well, John, only 26 more days until Christmas.
Well, Connor, how are you?
I'm not too bad.
Where do we find ourselves tonight?
Well, tonight the waffle, we're doing something a bit different. If you turn to your left, John, you will see probably the most impressive thing I think I've seen all season.
Oh, hey, look at that now.
Now look at this tree. Actually, if you look up in the air, it looks incredible.
Incredible. I think we're in Hollywood.
Happy Christmas to you all. Only 26 days until Christmas. And you're with us tonight live at Carrick Community Church.
Yeah.
It's so lovely to be here.
It is
John.
lovely to be here. We're having a good time. Listen, I've heard that you have a few jokes for us to kick us off.
Other than my life. Yes, I do have a few Christmas jokes. Tell me this, John. What does Santa suffer from if he gets stuck in a chimney?
I don't know, Connor. Tell me.
Claustrophobia.
That's a classic, that one.
I think I pulled that out of a cracker earlier on.
Brilliant.
Who delivers presents to baby sharks at Christmas?
Daddy Shark.
No, Santa Jaws.
I like it.
You like it? Listen,
It's well thought of.
we'll maybe come back to that one. Hold on, what's
listen.
this?
What is happening here?
There's an estranged elf walking around. Oh, a crafty elf at that.
Elf has escaped the shelf.
I don't know if we're meant to approach the elf and maybe stop them from doing this.
We should probably keep an eye on this situation, no matter what we're doing.
Tell me this though, what did Santa do when he went speed dating? He pulled a cracker. There's that elf again.
I love the jokes. Listen, I've heard you have a few quiz questions. Christmas
I
related.
do have a few quiz questions.
Oh, here.
There's the elf again.
Need to keep an eye on that elf.
That elf's got a busy few weeks ahead.
Some havoc being caused there.
I wonder was the elf furloughed. Anyway,
The questions on all our minds.
we're looking at a tree here, but let me ask this question to you and to the people gathered. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Which country started the tradition of putting up a Christmas tree?
Now, I'm not going to answer it because I'll let the people at home have a wee,
What do
few
you
minutes.
think, folks at home? Let us know where you're listening from tonight.
Yeah, get in the comments section. Shout out.
There's an evening of thorough entertainment and surprises.
Rosemary Kelly says, hi guys.
Hey Rosemary.
Hello, how are you?
I know you're a big fan of the waffle. Anyway, where do you think, which Christmas or which country started the tradition of putting up a Christmas tree?
Will we give any hints?
This country is based in Europe.
Oh, that's a big hint. It could only be one of two countries. Well, I think my geography might be off.
It is in fact Germany. You're right, Melissa Smith.
Fantastic.
What about this? How many ghosts show up in a Christmas Carol? I'm assuming that's the film. You wrote these questions.
Yeah.
How many ghosts? Do you know, Elf?
Oh, Christmas Carol. I'm gonna say 3. Oh no, because there's a 2 at the start, isn't there?
Have another guess.
Marley and Marley. I can't remember.
It's 4.
Close enough, Elf.
Don't give up the elf job.
No. I'm gonna see if these children over here are naughty or nice.
Hello, children.
They're running away.
We're from the waffle.
Remember the name?
Another question for you. In Home Alone, where are the McAllisters going on holiday when they leave Kevin behind?
It's another big one.
They are going to Paris. But listen, I'll tell you where we're going right now, John.
Where are we going? Take me there.
Looks like Pastor James is leading us somewhere. What's going on in here? I'll let you lead, cameraman.
Here we go. What? Yeah.
Just be like, right, is our
Well, on the right tonight, as you can see, on the keyboard we have the Waffle's very own Connor Houston. On guitar, we've got Mark Wright, and we also have Jordan as well. All from All That Is, who will be singing for us tonight. Very excited.
little different this year, but to get us in the festive mood, we had all that is. Ladies and gentlemen, get up in the comment section for all that is. So, we have a jam-packed 25 minutes for you tonight to enjoy at home before we head on out and we do the switch on. Now, to get us in the festive mood, that was fantastic. I'm so excited to go back all that is later on. But what I'm thinking right now, something else that gets me in the festive mood is a story. Now, I loved when I was a kid a story about Santa Claus, and one of my favourite stories was The Night Before Christmas. Now, it's a story that I love reading to my little boy Charlie, who's probably watching this right now. And it's a story I'm sure even, I don't know, maybe a lot of people love to enjoy. Good evening, Prime Minister. And so what I'm thinking is, let's get somebody out to read The Night Before Christmas. Now, who better to read it out than somebody who read it to me when I was a boy, and who read it to my son Charlie. So, ladies and gentlemen, again, give it up for my mother. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my mother.
Well, it's lovely to be with you all this evening, and I'm sure, like myself, you're getting excited about what's coming up ahead. Now, this is a story I used to read to James when he was a little boy, and I'm glad to see that he's carried on a little bit of tradition. So if you're all sitting comfortably, I'll begin. 'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house there wasn't a sound you could hear, not even a mouse. Not a creature was stirring. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled, all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mama, in her kerchief, and I in my cap, had just settled our brains for a long winter's nap. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from the bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave the lustre of midday to objects below. When, what to my wondering eyes should appear, but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer, with a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be Saint Nick. More rapid than eagles his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, now dash away all. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky. So up to the housetop the horses they flew, with a sleigh full of toys, and St. Nicholas too. And then in a twinkling, I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur, from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples how merry, his cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk. On each page here it's got stuck. This is what happens. Hold on. And laying his finger aside of his nose, and giving a nod, up the chimney he He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim, ere he drove out of sight, Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. My mother, sorry I can't hug you, Mum, but you're going to need to go off that way there. I hope you enjoyed that story. It never gets old, and it's such a joy to have that for Christmas time. But listen, I do need to apologise. There was some noise that was going on in the background of that, and I'm just going to find out exactly what it was. It seemed to be coming from in here, and I'm not 100% sure. Hold on a second. Oh, I didn't think it's Santa Claus, everybody! Let's do it!
Merry Christmas!
Wow.
Hello, my friend.
Santa Claus, would you take a seat for me, please?
My friend, thank you. Yes, indeed. There we are.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the one and the only Santa Claus. Do I call you Santa Claus? Is
Yes,
it-
my friend, it's your character.
It's imperative. I wasn't too sure what other way, using your microphone, whatever, I could help you. What? You have many names, don't you, Santa Claus?
Yes, I have many names from around the world. Santa Claus, and many other names. All around the world from all the lovely boys and girls.
Excellent, excellent, Santa Claus. And so, Santa, while you're here, I wonder if I could just get a couple of minutes of your time. I'm going to ask you a few questions, if that's okay.
Of course you can.
Is that okay? First of all, I think we're all eager to ask, how has your year been? Our years have been a bit crazy, so I'm wondering, how has your year been in preparation for this Christmas?
Well, it's been a bit of a mixed year for me, my friends. I am pleased to tell you, all of the owls are busy making lots and lots of lovely toys for all the lovely girls and boys. So yes, we've been busy and we've been trying to avoid any nasty diseases up in the North Pole. But it's very cold there, so we don't get those diseases, thank goodness. Now we know this virus is nasty, and we know it's been difficult for you all, but if you stay safe, wash your hands, wear a mask, and try to keep distance from everybody. We know that's the rules, and I know it's tiring, but Santa says it's not forever. Just till we get rid of this nasty virus, my friends.
Excellent. That's absolutely smashing advice. And Santa, I suppose I could then ask, just like you did say, how is the morale and how is everybody at the North Pole? I'm sure everyone, I mean, things are crazy here, even in Carrickfergus, but how are things up north where you're from?
Well, it's as I say, it's very cold now. We have lots and lots of snow. Routinely we have 5 or 6 feet of snow, or maybe 2 or 3 meters, for those who like to speak in meters, my friend. Yes, the reindeer, they're all very busy too.
Wow, that's fantastic. I suppose, Santa, I can't go any further with asking an all-important question, which I'm sure you guys at home are all wanting to know, is that given our current situation, will you be able to travel on Christmas Eve here to Carrickfergus?
Well, that's a very good question. Very good question indeed. But as we have special dispensation, Santa Claus is very pleased to say, I will be out and about on Christmas Eve, making sure that all the boys and girls get some nice gifts for Christmas, if you're on the good list.
Fantastic. And that is amazing. One thing I do want to ask, maybe Santa, if you could take a couple of minutes, have you got a story or something from your travels over the many years? I won't ask Santa how old he is, but I will just ask. Perhaps maybe you have a story or a tale from your many years of travel. Maybe a chimney that was funny shaped, or something that you might be able to share with us, just for the boys and girls at home.
Well, that's very funny you should say chimneys, because chimneys are a constant problem for me, especially dirty ones. Mrs. Claus doesn't like when they go down dirty chimneys. She said, Santa, you've come home, your soot is full of soot and dirt. She doesn't like it. She's very unhappy. So I would ask that if you could please make sure that if I'm coming down your chimney, make sure it's nice and clean. That would be really helpful.
Brilliant, thank you so much, Santa. That's fantastic. And so it's great even to have you here. And I know maybe there's some questions you'd like to ask. Obviously, I've been here in Carrickfergus and I've been working hard. And so if you had anything there you want me to report on, maybe?
I'm so grateful and thank you for that opportunity.
No problem, thank you.
I would like to ask you what's happening in the church right now.
Well,
it's a fabulous building.
yes, I mean, we are live right here at Carrickfergus Community Church. These are our new premises that we're here, and we're so blessed to be on site on these premises. What's happening with the church at the minute? It is crazy right now. Even over these 2 weeks of lockdown, we're not actually meeting. But we've made the decision at Carrickfergus Community Church, we're not going to meet at all, even from when lockdown started at the very start, was it March or April or something, until we could be here in our new home, which is Carrickfergus Community Church. And this is the centre, this is where we are. And so we're excited not only to push forward and to keep on building here, to keep on getting the place ready, because Santa Claus, we're excited to have you here back next year, and the place will look even a lot different, even at that. It's very well dressed up by some of our special friends, some of our special elves that I know that you sent along my way. But next year, all being well, it's going to look totally different. We're so excited.
Excellent. I have another question, if I may.
Of course.
And that is, what have you learned throughout the whole of this current situation? What have you learned, James?
I think for myself, what I've learned over the situation, which has been trying on a lot of people, is to count on your friends, count and look after your family. I think that's something that we've all been doing as a community. I mean, yes, we're a community church, but we have seen an extension of the community right through Sunnylands, right through into Carrickfergus. People are looking after each other. People are delivering hampers. People are checking up on people, making sure they're okay. And I know that at Christmas time, everyone is going to be going that extra mile just to make sure that people are going to be taken care of. Yeah. So what I've learned is that I can count on my friends and I can count on my family, not only to keep me safe, Santa Claus, but to do the right thing, as you were saying, to keep on distancing, to keep on washing your hands, so we can get through this thing, and next year it'll be totally different. So what I've learned is to count on my friends and on my family.
Very good. That's a very adequate and full answer. Thank you. So what do you see is the future of the church in general?
In general, I see the future of the church. I mean, a lot of churches right now, whether if you're from the church and you're watching right now, or if you're a part of our church, you'll have seen that with churches sort of closing down and with churches not being opened, the church, I suppose a lot of people have said a long time ago, the church has left the building, but the church has went into the wild. The church has went into the communities, into the streets. The church has established itself as more than just a building, and that's what excites me, Santa, about in general, the church in general, the future for the church. There's endless possibilities, that we're not confined to just a building. We take the good name of Jesus Christ and we take it out onto the streets. So I see the future of the church in general as limitless.
Now, I would like to ask you a very poignant question, and that is, earlier my elves alerted me to something happening in Carrickfergus.
Okay.
And they said, Santa, come and look at this. So we got our big scope out and we had a look at this tree that was being erected. So I would like to ask you about this Christmas tree, where did the idea actually come from?
Well, yes, this is our second year doing the community Christmas tree. The first year, I think it was one of those ideas, Santa, that was just in my brain. There's maybe one or two ideas that go into this brain and they eventually come out. And I said to our church leaders, I said, what do you think the possibility would be that if we put a big Christmas tree right at the corner that everyone in the community can enjoy, and when they're doing the school run in the morning, they can see it still lit up. Maybe they're driving past going to church or walking to the train station, and then in the evening times when they're coming home, it would just be like a beacon of light, and everybody loves a Christmas tree, and it's something that was never done in the community before. And so we thought, can we make this possible? And we're excited not only that we did make it possible, but this is the second year that we have the community Christmas tree for everybody to enjoy. So the idea basically just stemmed from just giving people some love and some hope and just saying, here, enjoy this on these dark, miserable nights that we are, here's something that'll light up and hopefully bring a smile to your face as you're driving maybe to work, or you're driving home from work, or maybe just popping to one of the many shops here at Sunnylands.
Well, of course, we're always happy to see lots and lots of lovely Christmas trees and lots of lights to show us the way. And I have a special favour to ask.
Sure.
Would you mind asking your mother-in-law, could she possibly get some nice mince pies for me that I can take that to Mrs. Claus? Mrs. Claus thinks she's the top mince pie maker, but I think your mother-in-law's mince pies are wonderful.
If you heard that, Bud, you heard it from Santa Claus himself.
Yes,
your mince pies are better than Mrs. Claus. And I think anybody who knows, I'm trying to think of a nice way to say Rosemary McComb. I'm just going to name drop you right here. Everybody knows Rosemary, and your mince pies are better than Mrs. Claus. Maybe you can bring some down to my house, and I promise I won't eat them. I'll leave them at the bottom of the chimney for Santa Claus to take back to the North Pole. That's fantastic. Of course, yeah, we can make that happen. That is brilliant. Santa Claus, maybe something else I could ask you is, what time do you think you'll be coming back here Christmas Eve? What time do you think, what time should the boys and girls here be sleeping now? What time should they be going to bed at? You're the man with all the rules. There's parents out there saying go to bed, but let's hear from the man himself about people who should be going to sleep and things.
I think for the little ones, they should be thinking about bedtime for 7:30ish. Is that a good time? Yes.
That works for me.
And around 8 to 8:30 for the older children. Yes, I think that's a good time too. What I would say is don't do what I have happened to me some years, is that we have boys and girls staring out through the curtains, and that causes me endless problems. I have to go round and round the houses waiting for them to go to sleep. So I would ask that you don't try to see me through the curtains, that you will tuck up in bed, all nice and cosy, and then I can do my job for you. Now, can I just invite Ellen, one of my elves?
Of course.
There we are. This is one of my helpers. She's going to come and stand next to me, if that's okay.
Yeah, of course.
Yes. There we are. So, yes, I think on Christmas Eve, if you can wrap up nice and warm and cosy, and one of my helpers here, she's going to be helping me this year with all presents in Carrick. And for those of you that are wondering how does Santa get to all those houses in just one night, well, that's a magic that I can't reveal. But it just happens.
Excellent, Santa. And I suppose maybe your elf has probably passed on some information that maybe one or two that you want to just maybe say hello to you, or anything the elf has reported to you as well.
Yes, I'm very pleased that Josh and Alicia, both of you I know go to the Carrick Model School. I would like to say hello to you and thank you this year for being very kind to each other most of the time. Is that right? Yes, that's right. So, please be kind to each other throughout Christmas. And I'd also like to say hello to Charlie, also from the Carrick Model. And who did we say? Oh, we said, yes, Lewis, Zara and Harry. And they live in Ballyclare. Hello to Ballyclare. Yes, that's a difficult one. There's lots of people like to peer through curtains on a Christmas Eve there. So please, tuck up nice and warm on Christmas Eve. Brooke and Josh from Sunnylands Primary. Yes, the primary school. We'd like to say hello to you. And not forgetting Madison from Woodlawn Primary. And we also have Zach and Ava from Avon Primary. You've all done well at school, so yes, well done. And Jenny and Ruth, I know you're very nice, kind sisters. Please, no fighting all throughout Christmas. And if I haven't said your names yet, it isn't that I forgot you, it's just that I can only mention so many. Gabby, now I know that you live in Prospect, so hello to you, my little one. And that's all I've got time for. Have I forgotten anybody? Yes, just me now. Oh, yeah. Well, if I've forgotten you, it's not that I've forgotten you, it's just that there isn't time today to say hello to all the boys and girls, but can I wish you all a very Merry Christmas.
Santa, we have these little good listings that your elf had given to us, and perhaps maybe you can show them to the boys and girls, and what we'll do is, if you're okay, we will put their names on it and we will give them out to everyone who was on the good list, as I should say. So if you're on the naughty list, now's your chance to get on the good list.
Oh, yes.
And we will make sure your name gets on there, and you can arrange the collection for that. How is that? Does that sound okay?
That's an excellent idea, my friend.
Fantastic.
There we are.
There we go. Oh, that is fantastic. Santa, I suppose while you're here, I would love if you would do the honours of switching on this year's community Christmas tree. If you have a couple of minutes while you're still here, that would be fantastic. Is that okay?
Oh, yes, I've been truly honoured.
Fantastic. Yes. Santa, I think it would be great if when we come to switch on the tree, which is going to happen in a couple of minutes, I think for someone like yourself, deserves like a drum roll, or deserves something that we could maybe get. I don't know. I think someone for you deserves something really big. So I'm thinking if we can maybe a drum roll. Hold on a second. Is there any drummers in the house?
This way with me.
Okay, Santa Claus, I don't know if you can see us out here, but we're going to just shout some loudly. Santa, I wonder with the help of the drummers that have came, some drummers drumming, if you can count us down from 10 and then we'll have our lights come on. So perhaps our drummers could help us, and Santa, I will give it to you to count down from 10.
10, 9,
So, ladies and gentlemen, what we have is one more song from All That Is, but I wanted to say a special thanks to everybody who's came down, who've seen the tree. The tree will be on as much as we can get it. Unfortunately, the searchlights will have to go back before some planes start landing here in Sunnyland. But we're going to go back on in. But Santa Claus has left an elf here. You might know the elf as the elf on the shelf, but this elf is not on the shelf tonight. This elf is here, this elf is live in person, and this elf will be checking up on everything. We have the good list, things that we are going to be handing out. We're going to put your names on them. But I want to say thank you so much for tuning in. If you're going to be watching this later on, please do like and share. Let everybody see it. We're so thankful for everybody in Santa Claus. But we're going to go back on in, and we're going to hand over to All That Is for one more track. Santa Claus, you want to say goodbye just before we go on to the last song?
Well, I'll speak to you in my language. I'll say, Padet Fore, goodbye to you all. Be good. Good lad. Good for Christmas. bye-bye, and a Merry Christmas to you all.
So, ladies and gentlemen, to leave us in the festive spirit, we're going to hand back over to our friends. Maybe you can see them in the middle of the smoke here. We're going to hand back over, ladies and gentlemen. Leave some love in the comment section. All that is. Thank you so much for joining us. We are thrilled to have you here, and I hope this just starts off your Christmas for you. So I encourage you, if you haven't, get the tree up, get some mince pies in. Remember that the Schlur is still on offer, and enjoy yourself this Christmas. Be safe, keep washing your hands, keep distancing. We'll get through this, and we're going to come back stronger. So thank you, and good night.